This is the most critical awareness you need right now. Because the Matrix, the system designed to control your mind, your choices, and your reality, has officially entered its final war. It's not about bringing some fear out, it's about helping you to become aware of what is truly happening. This is the battle for your consciousness, and most people have no idea it's even happening. So in this video, I will break down what the Matrix really is, how this final war is playing out right now, the psychological weapons being used against you, and exactly how to stay awake, stay sovereign, and take your power back. So stay with me until the end, because if you miss this, you risk being pulled right back into the program, and many people are actually returning back to it. So when we talk about the Matrix, we're talking about a multi-layered system of control. It's not just the government, it's not just corporations, it's not just technology. It's an interconnected web of social conditioning, which is what you should want or how you should behave. It's financial dependency, like living paycheck to paycheck or trapped in consumer debt, or digital programming, like algorithms that feed you what keeps you asleep. Like, have you noticed that when you go on social media, you only see more of what may seem to be interesting to you? Even though you haven't chosen this, the algorithm is choosing that for you. And there's biological manipulation through food, through frequencies that dull your awareness. And if you go into a grocery store, you will notice that most of the food there is not even food. So the Matrix runs on your unconscious agreement. It programs you to chase survival over purpose, to teach you to obey without questioning. It feeds your narratives that limit your identity, like you're just your job, your social status, or your productivity. But the truth is, the Matrix is an illusion you can opt out of, but first you have to see it. So what's the evidence that this hidden war has begun? Well, firstly, look at the mass information manipulation. Algorithms now shape what you see, what you believe, and even how you feel. Your feed isn't neutral. It's designed to lock you into cycles of outrage, fear, and comparison. And more you feed into it, more you receive it. Then the second evidence is engineered division. So we have race wars, class wars, political extremes. These are amplified on purpose. And the reason for that is because when people are divided, the system stays intact. So the solution is unity. Unity threatens the Matrix. When you come together with your fellow brothers and sisters, well, you become more powerful than any system, because now you can help one another, you can become independent. Then the third evidence is synthetic realities. We're seeing it more than ever before. The rise of virtual realities, metaverses, and AI-generated influencers. It's not accidental, my friend. Maybe the goal of all of that is to replace authentic human experience with controlled simulations. Maybe you tell me, my friend, a virtual life is easier to monitor, influence, and monetize, while the real reality happens when you step into the nature and you connect once again with your fellow brothers and sisters. The fourth evidence is perpetual crisis cycles, which is economic crashes, health emergencies, social panic. Notice the rhythm here. Before you can process one crisis, you're hit with the next one. Have you noticed that? This keeps you in survival mode, a state where you're easier to control neurologically and emotionally. And then there's the fifth one, the push for external authority. The solution is always more control, like more rules, more surveillance, more centralized power. But every time you hand over authority, you lose personal sovereignty. While all of these things may feel like great tricks, they're also wake-up calls, because when something outside of you is calling to have authority over you, you always need to ask yourself, okay, how well am I leading my life? How well am I giving orders to myself? And how well can I listen to my own intuition so I can know what to do and what's healthier for me? So why the Matrix is fighting desperately now? Well, the final war is happening now because the Matrix is losing control. More people are waking up, more people are questioning the system, more people are learning about quantum reality, consciousness, self-healing, and personal power. The old structures built on hierarchy, obedience, and scarcity are collapsing under the weight of global awareness. It's happening right now. So technology backfired. The same tools used to program the masses are now tools for rapid awakening, like something we're using here on this channel. People are leaving traditional jobs. People are healing outside of pharmaceutical systems. People are reclaiming their bodies and minds, and people are creating decentralized communities. This terrifies the Matrix. So it responds with the only tools it has left: manipulation, distraction, and division. And that's what you should truly pay attention to, because it's very subtle and you don't even know it's playing tricks on you. It's not just some kind of a theory. Let's look at some real-world examples. Suppression of independent media, censorship of alternative health practitioners, digital blackouts in protest regions, financial deplatforming of dissenting voices. The system is fighting its grip because it knows it's running out of time. And here's the psychological weapons of the final war that it is using. So let's break down exactly how the Matrix is attacking you right now, what to be aware of, and how to stop it, because you have so much power over it. And if you don't realize it, it has power over you. So the first one is hijacking dopamine. Social media is engineered to keep you addicted to short-term dopamine hits. This weakens your long-term focus, your discipline, and your ability to manifest consistently. So if you've been wondering why it's so hard for you to focus, or why it's so hard to keep the discipline, or why it's so hard for you to create the desired reality, well, ask yourself how much time you spend on your phone, on social media, and just listening or following other people's voices. While actually you could focus on your health, you could focus on your reality, and you could focus on what truly matters to you. Then the second trick is fear-based messaging. The subconscious mind is programmed through repetition and emotional intensity. The Matrix floods you with fear to install limiting beliefs on autopilot. So when you move through the day, you just automatically, unconsciously think about the worst case scenarios. And then sometimes people wonder why I constantly see these things. Well, because perception is driven by beliefs, and beliefs are installed through repetition and emotion. And if you're constantly watching something that is fear-based and you're repeating it, that shapes your perception. And perception is the foundation of your reality, because you keep doing something that's aligned with how you choose to perceive life. Weapon 3 is false identity labels. You're just a customer, or you're just a statistic, or you're just a worker. Those are the labels that it uses, so it would keep you small and in the box. When you internalize these labels, you forget your infinite nature. The fourth one is outsourced morality. The Matrix wants you to believe someone else knows what's best for you, like governments, experts, algorithms, but true freedom comes from internal discernment. When you learn to tune in and understand what your body needs, what your mind needs, what your heart needs. So just in short, your body has its own intelligence. Through nature, through biological evolution, it has learned what's best for your health. Your mind knows that it requires space, it requires clarity, and whatever is distracting you from it, it's not really beneficial for your growth. And your heart knows that you truly need love, you truly need connection, and you truly need vulnerability, so you can also bring out what was suppressed. And when these needs are not fulfilled, you will feel a need to crave distraction. And there's the weapon 5, which is emotional guilt systems. You're conditioned to feel guilty for resting, for unplugging, for choosing your own path. This is how the system keeps you working, spending, and confronting. And many of you have most probably noticed how guilty you may feel when you choose to rest, or when you choose to unplug, or when you choose your own path. Even people around you may come to you and may start judging you for doing that. That's why you need to listen to yourself. So the question is how to win this final war. Even though it may sound a bit scary, I actually want to give you empowerment. So you don't end up, scared, oh, what is happening? You just see things so you don't fall into it. You notice what you can do because you are a sovereign being. You're here to lead a way of change, not to get accustomed to something that's destructive. So you don't need to fight the matrix with anger like many people tried. You win by removing your energy from it, by stop feeding it. So here's how you do it. You take back your attention. Audit your social feeds. Limit exposure to fear-based content. Not that you run away from it. You practice micro-exposure, so you stop fearing something. You actually look at it objectively and you see where it has maybe certain tricks that just plug you in. And you practice deep work and focused creativity. This is deep, my friends. Because when you practice deep work and focused creativity, you start training your focus and attention span again into something that may change your life and that can create results you always wanted to see. Like when you want to work out, when you want to do something creatively, when you want to start projects that will free you, liberate you. When you want to improve your health or improve relationships, devote yourself to it. That's why in all ancient spiritual practices, there was a word devotion, because it means you dedicate whole of yourself to something that will liberate you. Then the second way to win the war is to strengthen nervous system resilience. A regulated nervous system cannot be hijacked by panic. It's daily breath work, daily meditation, daily cold exposure, or time in nature, whatever works for you. It's not like do this and that and it will work. You need to listen to yourself and notice what works for you. These are the essential things. But usually what works best is what's hardest or the least familiar, because sometimes we need a shock to actually pull ourselves out of the comfort zone and recognize what truly pulls us back into our very natural state. The third way is to question every narrative. Whether it's from mainstream media or alternative spaces, stay curious, always stay curious. Even when you're listening this message, always stay curious. Practice critical thinking. That's what truly saves you. Ask yourself, who benefits if I believe this? This is a powerful question. Then the fourth one, create instead of consume. The matrix thrives when you passively consume. You break free when you actively create. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be art, ideas, movements, communities. Doesn't matter. Whatever you feel called to do. When you spend more time creating than consuming, your brain will change. You will suddenly plug into creative ideas. And if you initiate them, you start a momentum of a creative work. And momentum begins the change, and suddenly you will see your intuition will increase, your sense of guidance will increase, and suddenly you will see life differently. Then the fifth one, anchor into real life connection. Move away from synthetic screen-based relationships. While they may be great when you don't meet in person people that are same-minded and same-hearted, still look for real communities, tangible communities, maybe local communities, because this creates decentralized power the Matrix cannot control. And there's just nothing better than a heart-to-heart conversation in person. So the final war of the Matrix is not about politics. It's not about countries. It's about your mind, your sovereignty, your consciousness. The Matrix wins only if you forget who you are. But you are the glitch. You're the system error. You're the anomaly that the Matrix cannot predict. So stay awake, my friend. Guard your mind. Own your energy, because the war is here, but so is your power. If this message resonates with you, share it with someone that needs to hear it. Let's just, spread awareness, because the more of us who remember, the faster the Matrix falls. It's not just about remembering, it's about walking the knowing. It's about embodying what we know and bringing it into life through discipline, through focus, through consistency, and real connection. So, to anyone who resonates with today's message, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more of this kind of content. And if you've enjoyed in today's painting, I'm also an artist, and I'm bringing out my art together with these messages, so it can help you to open your mind and also open your heart. Well, to anyone who found a great value in it, you can also support my work on AttractPassion.com, or the link in the description of this video, where you will find all of my paintings. If any of my painting resonates with you, you can buy a print of it. It's print on canvas in different sizes. It's a very great quality. We're all making it on our own, so yeah, with that you can support our mission. Thank you so much, my friend, and till next time, one love.